Okay, everyone, it's the stockpickprofits.com market update, sponsored by I Love Investing. You can find that on facebook.com/investinglovers. Um, Definitely join that group. If you like the page, you can get these updates that when they're released. If you enjoy the show, if you want to ask some questions, if you want to participate, so just go ahead and like that page. You can also find us on our YouTube page. Let's get right into it because it was kind of a lethargic day again today, but there was some action going on. The NASDAQ closed at a record high. Tech is as strong as usual. If you own any tech stocks that are doing real well, congratulations. That was the big news of the day, really. The news cycle really was kind of slow today, right? I mean, just wasn't a lot of back and forth as like usual. The one big thing was the White House is about to release the tariff list for the Chinese products tomorrow. That's one big thing. We'll see how the market reacts to that. And then the other thing, too, is that Department of Justice internal report on the handling of the Clinton email thing. So, that was the big news today. A lot of back and forth. A lot of course, one side says that that the whole thing is just made up and that it's blah, blah, blah. And then the other side is just treating it like a biblical. It's the usual back and forth. So it was just a real lethargic day in the market today. We actually took up a new position because we found an opportunity. We'll tell you what that pick is tomorrow because our subscribers are still getting into it. But hey, lethargic days are great days to look at your portfolio, do any maintenance that you have to do, make sure you're in the right picks that you want, make sure that you've weeded out your dogs, just done all that maintenance. And it's also a good time to find great plays. It's was real low volume today, just not a lot of energy, right? We started off red in the morning. We bounced a little bit green on the Dow. The NASDAQ took off from the beginning and just kept racing. The S&P 500 actually got into a little struggle back and forth. It ended up closing up just a little bit green, and the NASDAQ closed at 77.61, which is an all-time high. The S&P was up about 6 points. That's about 0.25%. It looks good, but it's not really a substantial movement. Dow Jones was flat, down 25 points. That's not even 0.1%. So the market just kind of lethargic today, and so we just kind of, we took up a new position. We're being cautious. There's an old saying in the market: never short a dull market. It's hard to tell the direction right now. One of the things that was mentioned today is a big thing on CNBC. It looks like Trump might get his 4% GDP growth. Wouldn't that be incredible? That'd just be a great, great thing for the stock market, and especially for the country, and especially for us Americans. So, really, there's not a lot of to talk about in the market. So we're going to get right down to the questions, and we want to cover something that was asked yesterday, which was one of our members asked because they had some Shopify stock that they had from the past, and it's actually a little profitable and stuff, and they were asking how they could use options to capitalize on that. So the first thing we're going to teach you about options, because this person asked a very good question actually within the private group today. What they asked was just how many people are successful at trading options. And the correct answer is about 6 to 7%. Good afternoon, Nick. Welcome to the show. Always great to see you, Nick. That's the best thing we can say about that is master the basics of options trading, because options trading can be a very scary thing. If you don't know what you're doing, if you get bad advice, if you start making mistakes, you can lose money very quickly. So the first thing we always say with options is keep it simple. Now, remember, maybe about 6-7% of the people in the stock market are successful. So that tells you right there, you're up against a huge wall. Now, it was great because the person that asked this question, which was Sever, you guys remember from yesterday's show, but you guys were watching yesterday's show with Shopify. I was just checking a lot of little comment there. Look, You're up against a wall already. Only about 6% people are successful trading. Keep it very simple. Learn how to trade your basic options first. You're buying and selling calls and puts, because that person even mentioned when we were in the group today that he had actually called his broker and kind of mentioned it and stuff like that. And they came back with collars. The next thing you'll get is your straddles. The next thing you get is your condors and all that stuff. Look, there are a million ways, literally, to play options. There is. That's why it's called an option. Options are all about choices, right? So it gives you the choices. So look, first thing you want to do is keep it simple. Second thing you want to do is learn the foundations of option trading first, which is what this guy's done. He's come to the group and he's learning. But in the meantime, he wants to cover this. The easiest way to do is keep it very simple. There's covered calls. Now, a covered call is basically what you're doing is you're the one writing the contract. Now, you're not buying the contract. I own 100 shares of Shop. I bought it at $140. I don't think it's going to do much. So I'm going to sell you a contract that you can buy the stock from me, say at 155. Now, that premium that I sell it for, if you don't execute that contract and take those 100 shares from me, you keep the premium, right? I keep the premium. So that's the simplest and easiest way to do it. So we just wanted to cover that. And we'll talk to the client more in person. But for you guys out there watching the show, just keep it very simple. Options can be the most complicated thing you ever do. And let me tell you, there's so many ways and so many different styles of options. And most of them are too complicated for the normal trader. Most of them are too complicated for the experts. Look at us. We've been trading 35, 40 years, very successful at options. Everybody's made millions, literally made millions. I've never played a straddle. I can tell you that truthfully. I've never played a condor. I know how to play them. I know how to find them. But it's, again, why do you want to work that hard? So let's kind of, let me go review through the questions. Yeah, these are good questions. Let's get right into them. So first of all, let's talk about this. Let me pop it in here. Let's get some talk going. Where's everybody from? Where's everyone from? Oh, Sever's here. Welcome, Sever. So Sever's in the car listening to the show with his girlfriend. Good. That's the way to spend a Thursday afternoon, Sever. Right? Stress-free. You were with the service. Everything was cool. We had a nice, relaxing day, right? We actually took open a new position, and now you're with your girlfriend heading out, listening to the show, man. And absolutely, Sever, we'll talk a little bit more about that, because you really just can do a simple strategy and you can actually make money on it. But, let's talk about, and Samuel's in Vegas. You are the luckiest guy right now, Samuel. Although I'll tell you, the sun's broken through and Hawaii is really, really nice weather. It looks like we're rolling into summer. Nick Carlson, of course, from upstate New York. We all know Nick. Thank you again, Nick, for showing up. We know where Sever is, right? He's in the car with his girlfriend. But look, so let's talk about something real quickly. We monitor a lot of other services. And the reason we monitor these services, we're a newer service. We're developing the program. So we wanted to develop a program that is the best, is made for everybody, is fits all sizes, is any size portfolio, any experienced trader. You can come sign up and make money. And so we track some of these services, and we found something odd. We were following this one service, and they had put out an option play, and it was actually a put. And about the 3 or 4 days after the option play was released, we don't actually buy these picks. We just, like we said, we're looking for the delivery from these companies. We're not looking for their picks. We've got way better picks from them. But we saw something that made that we thought we'd mention to all the viewers, because you guys got to be aware of this. So they put out the pick, the thing starts going the wrong way. It actually went up about maybe 7-8 points, $7-8, right? Which normally would just scare the hell out of you, right? But the contracts that they were recommending were about 3 months out. You still had 3 months on these contracts. So they put out a sell order. They told their people to sell. They gave up 47, 48% like that with 2.5, 3 months left on a contract. Well, guess what happened the next 2 days? That stock's been going down. So remember, when you're out there looking at services, I'm not here to sell you anything, okay? If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. We've got it, and I've got it, so I'm enjoying it. All the members are enjoying it. But just be careful out there. There's a lot of weird stuff. Like we said, 6 to 7% of the people out there are successful at options. That includes the newsletter services. As always, we very transparent, post our picks, no questions, no anything like that. So let's go down here and see who else is here. Yeah, Nick's here, Samuel's here, Sever's here, but he's listening to us in the car, and we got a bunch of other viewers kind of jumping in and out. So look, we're gonna if nobody's gonna ask any questions and stuff, we're gonna actually cut the show a little short today. It was a lazy Thursday today. So just like Sever, all of you guys go hang out with your girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, whatever your choice is. God bless you all. But just remember that the one thing you get with Stock Pick Profits is transparency, honesty, and we stand by you every step of the way. So look, like we said, let's recap the day real quick. The NASDAQ closed at a record high. The White House, you guys be aware, the White House tomorrow is releasing that list of the tariff items for China. We'll see how that digests. We're not going to get too much into this DOJ report because we were real busy today doing a lot of back end things. So we didn't get to read the report word for word, and we don't like to comment on it, but we'll talk about it a little bit more. Shopify, look, Shopify is a great company. If you own it already and you own it at a profit, no sense to cash in. Just remember something about Shopify too. It's an internet, it's a stock, it's a darling stock. Everybody loves it right now, and it's really the leader in e-commerce. We use it with our here's a shameless plug for everybody. We use it with our Pay Aloha Forward Foundation. Now, if you guys want to do some charity, you guys go check that out. But look, Shopify is huge and it's taking over. It works really well with WooCommerce, which is your back end on like your WordPress and stuff. Not to get it too complicated and stuff, but it's a great company, but it does lose money. Last earnings report, I believe it lost about 43 cents a share. Now, in an early stage company like Shopify, just like Amazon back in the day, we remember back when people used to pound the table and say Amazon will never make a dime. Amazon will always be a losing company. And their reports were just like Shopify. Well, look at Amazon today. Shopify, you might be buying the same thing. People thought people were crazy paying that price for Amazon back then. Money losing company, bookstore, you know what I mean? Nobody saw that had the vision that Jeff Bezos had. But if you were loyal and you invested in that company, you are absolutely making money hand over fist. Think about that when you look at Shop, okay? Shop is really in the same situation right now. It's a very, very important piece of software because e-commerce, right? It's great software. It's great service. But the company is losing money right now. But remember again, too, when you invest, you're investing forward, right? You're buying next earnings report. You're not buying this earnings report. So, and like we always said, keep it simple. And Sever, we'll talk more about Shop in the group, okay? Because you pay for that, and you're going to get it in person. And just learn the foundations of option trading first. Always learn the foundations of option trading first, okay? And the best way to do that is to, put out a little investment. You're investing in your future. You're investing in your brand when you sign up with like a Stock Pick Profits. Just make sure you get in with a group that's just like us. They're going to buddy up to you. They're never going to leave you on your own. They're going to answer questions. They're going to be very transparent on trades. and they're going to help you grow as a trader. That's the biggest thing. You're investing in your future. You're investing in your brand when you sign up with a group like us. So just remember that. You want some return on your investment, okay? So look, all of you, Sever just said it. That is everything in a nutshell right now. So the team's going home so they can go surfing, whatever they like to do. Of course, the boss gets to stay back and do some work, but I knew the job was dangerous when I took it. Anyways, look, all of you guys, you have a great, great Thursday. Tomorrow should be an interesting day. You know, we've got a couple economic reports. The team is going to go over this DOJ report, and we'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that. That list for the Chinese tariffs coming out. We took up a short position in a stock today. We'll talk more in detail about that with you guys tomorrow after the market closes. We still need to get some of our members into that play. So we're still short the dollar, even though the dollar had a nice move today. We are still short the dollar, but we're a couple months out on those contracts. You know what we were talking about, UUP. So, you know, if you guys are following along, yeah, we don't look too smart right now, but the play's just starting. Remember what I told you about that service? And it's a big service. If I told you the name of the service, you guys would freak out. But just pulling the trigger, panicking, not being patient, not having this said all the things that are wrong about trading styles. Patience, lack of patience, not having a plan. If you did have a plan, you didn't follow that plan. You gave yourself plenty of time on the contract. First time something didn't go your way, you gave your money away, right? So, you know, just be smart. If you guys are looking for anything, Roland is here real quick. Right on, Patrick, Sam, and the team. Right on, Roland. Roland, you're a subscriber. You're more important than we are, okay? We're all about the subscribers. And don't forget, you know, that looks like just a little thing there. We're looking to make 1,000 millionaires, and we invite you to join us. And it's no experience necessary. All right? So look, gang, let's call it a close for the day. We'll be back tomorrow. It's been a fantastic Thursday. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful Thursday afternoon. All of you ignore everything. You got your money working for you, and that's the main thing. So we will talk to you soon from Honolulu. Aloha.